Two fiber giants face off, AT&T Fiber or Google Fiber. Which one really delivers? On the left, AT&T Fiber, famous for flexible plans and broad coverage. And on the right, Google Fiber, known for simple, speedy, and transparent service. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Here's how we're going to compare these fiber giants. We're looking at 6 big things: price and value, speed and performance, availability and coverage, fees and fine print, customer satisfaction, and gaming and streaming. So, imagine this mind map. Each category is a spoke, and by the end, you'll know which one really deserves a spot in your living room. Let's kick off with price and value. All right, AT&T Fiber is awesome if you want options. They've got super affordable starter plans. Think 100 to 300 megabits per second. Not bad. And you can bundle stuff in, which some folks love. But, and this is important, their gigabit and multi-gig plans? Honestly, a bit pricey next to Google Fiber. Plus, watch out for price bumps after the first year. Now, Google Fiber, wow. Super simple. Their gigabit and multi-gig plans are actually some of the cheapest you'll find anywhere. And get this, you pay what you see. No sneaky fees, no rate hikes. The only catch? No slow, low-cost plans if you just want basic internet. But hey, for big speed at a fair price, Google takes this one. Easy. Now, speed and performance. If you just want raw power, AT&T Fiber pumps out up to 5,000 megabits per second in most places. And upload speeds are symmetrical. That's a win for creators or folks working from home. But, gotta admit, speed can kind of depend on your area, so don't get too hyped if your neighborhood's been neglected. Google Fiber, though, okay, in some markets they hit a whopping 8,000 megabits per second. Plus, people are seriously happy with their speeds. There's a reason their ratings are sky high. Caveat: most plans cap uploads at 1,000 megabits per second unless you shell out for the top tier. But overall, both are speed demons. I'm calling this one a tie. All right, how about getting the actual service where you live, right? AT&T Fiber takes a big lead here. Their coverage is way bigger. Tons of cities, suburban spots, even random towns in between. Of course, they're not everywhere yet, but compared to Google Fiber, it's massive. Speaking of Google, they're expanding, sure, but still kind of the underdog when it comes to showing up in new places. If you're anywhere outside a handful of lucky cities, you're probably out of luck. So yeah, AT&T wins hands down for coverage. Oh, and here's something cool. Both AT&T Fiber and Google Fiber actually grabbed Editor's Choice Awards for 2025, all thanks to their contract-free, super-fast internet plans. That's pretty impressive, huh? Now, fees and fine print. AT&T Fiber's not bad here, actually. You don't have to sign a contract, and their equipment rental's free if you're using fiber. But, and you're going to want to watch for this, prices can jump after your first year. Plus, if you need pro installation, that'll cost you. Google Fiber is honestly a dream for folks who hate the paperwork and hidden costs. There's 0 contracts, free installation, free equipment, and really, no hidden fees anywhere. Only penalty fees if you totally trash their gear, which most people probably won't. So, Google takes this round easily. Customer satisfaction. Oh, this one's juicy. AT&T Fiber does all right. They're reliable, mostly, and their big network means lots of resources if stuff goes wrong. But their satisfaction score for speed and reliability? Sitting at about 75%. So, yeah, not perfect. Google Fiber, though? Top marks, like 85% satisfied, which is wild in the internet world. Fewer outages, fast support, and if you're in a service area, folks rave about them. Of course, if they don't cover your spot, don't expect miracles. But just looking at happy customers, Google's the star here. Gaming and streaming fans, listen up. AT&T Fiber comes in strong with super low latency, averaging 15 milliseconds. So, if you're the competitive type, or stream for a living, that matters. Downside? Speed steadiness can bounce around depending on your spot. Google Fiber? Super steady for both gaming and streaming. Latency is a tiny bit higher, like 23 milliseconds average, but it's not a deal breaker unless you're counting frames. So both are really solid. No clear winner, honestly. If we map all these categories out, you'll notice Google Fiber totally dominates on things like simple pricing and happy customers, while AT&T's all about wider coverage and giving you more plan options. It's kind of the classic matchup. the specialist versus the all-rounder. So, what's the verdict? For transparent prices, blazing speed, and customer satisfaction, Google Fiber is a clear favorite. But if you just want to get fiber, more choices, or live literally anywhere that isn't a major city, AT&T Fiber is probably your move. Both great, but you just got to pick what fits your life. If this guide helped you out, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll keep bringing more unbiased product battles, so stay tuned.